The Young and the Restless, Spoilers, full. Welcome back to our channel, Y&R Family. Today is a beautiful day, but the drama in Genoa City is darker than ever, and we have to unpack every single detail. I am literally typing this at 2 a.m. because my blood is boiling, my heart is racing, and I absolutely cannot sleep. I just finished watching the latest episode, and I am shaking with rage. I need to get this out of my system right now before I completely explode. Jill Abbott, what on earth is wrong with this woman? I mean, I have been watching this show for years, since way back in the day, and I have seen some truly despicable things. But this crosses a line that I didn't even know existed. We all knew Jill was predicted to return to Genoa City and bring a massive war with her. We all knew it was going to be terrible because Jill always brings the chaos. But I am sorry. Attempted murder of an unborn child? Are you kidding me? Let's just back up for a second because I really need to process this. Jill has always been a meddling, overbearing monster when it comes to Billy's love life. We know this. It is a tale as old as time on this show. She hated Victoria half the time. She judged Chloe. She judged Chelsea. She basically thinks no woman on the planet is good enough for her precious boy. But her hatred for Sally Spectra, it is on a completely different psychotic level. She looks at Sally and just sees a gold-digging grifter. And because of that, Jill has decided that she gets to play God with Sally's life and Billy's future. It is absolutely sickening to watch. The sheer audacity of Jill thinking she has the right to stop this baby from being born is blowing my mind. Let's talk about her twisted motivation for a second. Jill genuinely believes that Billy only loves Sally because of the child they are expecting. She thinks Billy is trapped and that he is only staying out of obligation. And, okay, yes, Billy has a massive savior complex. We all know Billy Abbott loves the idea of a family, and he is desperate to get it right after everything that happened with Delia. He wants to be a hero. But to use that as an excuse to harm a pregnant woman, Jill has lost her damn mind. She is acting like she is protecting Billy, but she is actually destroying him in the most evil way possible. And the scene, oh my God. Can we talk about the actual scene? I was sitting on the edge of my couch, screaming at the television screen. Sally is just sitting there, looking so vulnerable and exhausted. This poor girl has been through absolute hell. She lost baby Ava. She has been carrying this immense, crushing trauma, and she was already terrified of this pregnancy. She has been so fragile lately. And then in walks Jill, wearing that smug, condescending smirk, pretending to just be having a civil chat. The sheer manipulation of it all. Jill acting like she just wants to clear the air while secretly plotting something so sinister. Wait, I am getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the poison. The poison. Jill Abbott actually slipped a toxic drug into Sally's glass of water. I watched her hand hover over that glass, and my jaw literally hit the floor. Since when did Jill Abbott turn into Patty Williams? Remember when Patty poisoned Summer Newman all those years ago? That was unhinged psycho behavior. And now Jill is doing the exact same thing. She literally dropped poison into a drink to cause a miscarriage. I am disgusted. I am appalled. This isn't just corporate scheming or throwing a drink in someone's face at the GCAC. This is a felony. Catherine Chancellor would be spinning in her grave if she saw Jill stooping to this level of pure, unadulterated evil. The suspense was literally killing me. The camera kept zooming in on that glass. Sally reaching for it, completely unaware that her so-called future mother-in-law is trying to murder her unborn child. I was yelling, "Don't drink it," at my TV like a crazy person. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. You could see the cold, dead look in Jill's eyes as she waited for Sally to take a sip. Jill didn't even flinch. She felt zero remorse. She genuinely believed she was doing the right thing for Billy. The delusion is completely off the charts. And then Billy Abbott enters the chat. Thank God. I swear I stopped breathing when Billy walked into the room. He took one look at his mother, one look at Sally, and he just knew. You have to give it to Billy. He knows his mother's tells. He saw the weird energy. He saw the way Jill was staring at that glass, and his instincts kicked in. When he lunged forward and stopped Sally from drinking it, I literally cheered out loud. I jumped off my couch. The way he snatched that glass away and the realization that hit him when he figured out what Jill had done. The look on his face was pure devastation mixed with pure, unadulterated rage. The confrontation that followed was legendary. Just wow. A massive, explosive war between mother and son has officially begun, and honestly, it is about time. Billy did not hold back. He screamed at her, and he had every right to. This wasn't just a disagreement over Chancellor Winter's stock. This was Billy realizing that his own mother is a monster. He looked at Jill like he didn't even know who she was anymore. And Jill had the nerve to try and justify it. She actually tried to spin it like she was saving him from a life tied to Sally Spectra. The delusion. I kind of want to shake Jill and ask her what planet she is living on. I have to be honest here, and I know some people are going to disagree with me. I usually drag Billy. I really do. I've been watching for years, and Billy has made some of the stupidest, most selfish decisions in the history of Genoa City. He constantly messes up. But in this moment, I have never respected him more. He stood his ground. He protected his woman and his child. He didn't let Jill gaslight him. He drew a hard line in the sand, and it was beautiful to watch. For once, Billy Abbott acted like a real man, protecting his family from a toxic threat, even when that threat was his own flesh and blood. But my heart just breaks for Sally. Can we please take a moment to appreciate Courtney Hope's acting? Because she is phenomenal. The sheer terror on Sally's face when she realized what Jill had tried to do was heartbreaking. She was already so scared of losing another baby. She carries the ghost of Ava with her every single day. And to know that someone actively tried to kill the life growing inside her, that kind of trauma doesn't just go away. Sally is going to be looking over her shoulder for the rest of her life. How is she ever supposed to feel safe in the Abbott family now? She can't. And can we just pause and think about how the rest of the family is going to react to this? Jack Abbott is already losing his mind over Diane being missing and Patty Williams blackmailing him. He is already at his breaking point. When Jack finds out that Jill tried to murder Billy's baby, the Abbott mansion is going to literally explode. Jack might actually banish Jill from the family forever. I mean, Jack has a lot of flaws, but he values family above everything else. He is not going to stand for this. I cannot wait to see Jack rip into Jill for crossing this line. And what about Audra? Audra Charles has been Sally's rock through this whole pregnancy scare. She was there when Sally took the test. She knows how much trauma Sally has regarding babies after what happened with Noah. When Audra finds out what Jill did, I kind of hope Audra goes full corporate shark and helps Sally destroy Jill's life. I know Audra is usually looking out for herself, but she has a soft spot for Sally. I would pay good money to see Audra and Sally team up to take down Jill Abbott once and for all. So where do we go from here? Because there is no coming back from this. You don't just apologize for trying to induce a miscarriage with poison. Billy has to cut Jill out of his life completely. I am talking full estrangement. But we know Jill. She is not going to go quietly into the night. She is going to fight dirty. She is going to use Chancellor Winters. She is going to use her money. She is going to use whatever leverage she has to destroy Sally and force Billy back under her thumb. This war is going to tear the entire Abbott and Winters families apart. I know some old school fans are loving this because it brings back the classic ruthless soap opera drama. And part of me is here for the entertainment value, I won't lie. But personally, I am terrified for Sally. I am dreading the stress this is going to put on her pregnancy. She deserves a little bit of happiness, just a tiny sliver of peace, and the writers refuse to give it to her. Why do they always have to torture Sally's spectra? It is exhausting. Okay. Back to the point. The bottom line is that the writers have crossed the Rubicon with Jill's character. She is a full-blown villain now, full stop. I cannot wait for the next episode to see the fallout. Will Billy call the police? He should. Attempted murder is a crime, even in Genoa City. The ripple effects of this are going to be massive. I am strapped in for this ride, but my blood pressure is definitely going to suffer. Let me know if I'm the only one losing my mind over this, because I seriously need to talk to people who get it.